they were 6 and 4, which I nurtured them. They were part of my life. Those years can never be erased. Even if you keep all the pictures, I still have their pictures in my heart.
Vividly.
Yes, they are still part of my life, whether here or there. They are still part of my story. We love them so much. They are so dear to us. So when we came back, there are days that I shift, because having small children at that time, you sweep 3-4 times in a day. Moving to a new place, the house not sweat 2-3 days and it's not showing. There are days I shift the chairs anyhow because this chair is too neat for me, children. But my hope, fine, was in God. I said, fine, even if you do not give us, I will always serve you. That is what my husband and I concluded after that. I said, God, we dedicate our lives for you. Whether you give us or not, you will remain our God. Whether you give us or not, we will serve you till eternity. Yes, we miss them very, very well. We miss them. There is a vacuum which nobody can close. But we hang it on God. And He has been there for us.
So the whole, most of the questions we're going to be telling you. So at that point when you're at home, no child, at what point did you discover that you were pregnant again?
Let me just say this. I had head injury. When someone have head injury, you use a lot of antibiotics, not just antibiotics, strong antibiotics. Apart from that, there's a hole that you can dip your hand as wide as this. There's a hole, the glass entered, that they have to pack it out, and there was a hole, a deep one. I was on strong antibiotics apart from the injections and every other treatment I was being given. And at that time, I could not even walk well. I had to start all over again to learn how to walk, how to talk. I could not use my hand. I could not even fold it. My hand, my system totally changed. I could not even squeeze my hand. It was stiff. And at that time, we were like, God, our hope is in you. But after we had the accident in March, it was in May, I just discovered, I was on drugs. I can't even remember whether I've seen my menses or not. It wasn't even part of our, One day, I child noticed that my body is behaving funny. I was like, I've taken more than enough drugs. At a particular, the injections, at the time, I said, even if they turn my house to a chemist, I've taken more than enough drugs. Injections, sometimes they will place me on 10. When it gets to 8, they will say the injection is not working, I should do another test. They would ask me to start another 115. They were just bombarding. And because it has to do with head injury, so a lot of drug was involved. Because when we came to Lagos, we had to continue with the treatment in Ota also. So during that May, one day I was like, I don't understand this, my system. My husband went to work, let me just go. And I went to a clinic to check, and I did blood test. I saw positive. My head wanted to, I could not place it, because though I know that only God have the final say. Doctors are just trying. It's only God that have the final say. When I discovered, by the time I could not even call my husband, I was like, let it just be a surprise when he comes back from work. We were so happy. But part of me was scared. I need to say it, because I was like, this baby, can it be a normal baby? Because I've taken antibiotics, is not good in pregnancy. And because it has to do with head injury, it's not just ordinary mild antibiotics. They are very strong ones, very, very strong. I was scared. Will this baby be normal? Will this baby grow well? Will it be a proper child? I was like, God, we were both worried, but we said, God, if God at this time can make it possible for me to be pregnant, so same God will keep the baby throughout. It was challenging because most of the time, sometimes 2 weeks at home, 2 weeks in the hospital, I need to be monitored. Sometimes my husband from the hospital goes to work, come back to the hospital. We both stay there till when I'm discharged. I was just barely trying to walk. I couldn't walk properly, so I was monitored all through. And December, the baby was 8 months plus because I must not fall into labor. At that time, 8 months plus, we did the CS. And at that time, my baby, it was 4.5. When you see the child, you will think it's a 3-month-old baby. Big boy at 4.5. It could only be God. You know, when the doctor that said can't be pregnant heard, he was like, this could only be God. It could only be God. It could only be God.
Let me come in there. I'll take us away a little bit. When after some time, maybe a month plus, that the incident happened, I called that one that said, sweetheart, thank God our children died, but our God is not dead. Our God is alive. He has given us a new beginning. So let us take our life and start all over again. Because then we lost virtually everything. Everything. We lost the car, we lost the children. In fact, we could not get back into the house again. Had to be looking for another house, everything, all over again. I said, okay, let us trust God who has given us a new beginning. And let us start a new journey. So I told her, I said, sweet, we are starting our marriage all over again. So let us hold on to God. And that was, we had our wedding 2005. 2005. The accident happened 2012. That's 7 years after wedding. So let us start all over again. And let us thank God and trust God who has given us a new beginning. Let's trust Him that He will start with us afresh and will do what only He can do. So when she told me about the pregnancy, I was surprised. How did it come? And everything. Because during the accident, they were even asking, was she pregnant? No, they checked, she's not pregnant. Because what they were saying is that if she was pregnant, they need to terminate the pregnancy immediately. So as to save her life. But she was in a critical condition. That condition can never support her and the pregnancy. So they checked, she was not pregnant. So when she was pregnant, everything. And when it was December, actually it came December 18.
Wow.
15, December 15 was when it came. And I do know the funniest thing, our first child that died, success, was December 30th.
Wow.
He came December 15th. 15. And you see him, he looked like a foreigner. He looked like a foreigner. We were even saying, no, it does not belong there. You should take him overseas, it does not belong here.
And those moments of joy and the home restoring again back to normal, because I guess the atmosphere was stiff after the whole accident. You're just kind of getting to know yourself, and I'm just guessing, I don't know.
Really, it was not stiff. The way God, it was God. It was God all the way. It was God. Honestly, it was God. The way He did it for us, it was so special. The love even grew more.
During those trying times.
Yes, we were able to get that the more.
So it was sort of like having a courtship again, like you're courting yourself.
Yes, knowing ourselves all over again, getting fun as I told always tell her, don't worry, I'll be there for you. I'm the only one you have now. You are the only one I have now. So let us bound together, you know. Even prior to the accident, we are always going together. In fact, you know, when it happened, one of the things people said, you know, people always say nonsense things when it happened. But are they the only one? They are always going together. Anywhere they are going, they are always going together with their children. They are always wearing the same clothes. Are they the only one? People that are supposed to be sympathizing with you. That's what people say. So we are always together. We are always together. Even prior to the accident. When the accident happened, in fact, we now became inseparable. Nothing can separate us again. It was even more now. So instead of it going down, as if God was even promoting it more. God was even waxing stronger and stronger and stronger. When she was in the hospital, I stayed with her all through. I did not go home for one day. It was in the hospital. I had my baths. I would eat and everything. I was with her all through. So go home. I said, go home for what now? What I have is in the hospital.
Your friend is ready.
They said I should go. I can't go. They said, oh, walk. I said, walk. Okay. Walk should stop. I said, work should stop. Even if they want to sack me, they should sack me. That I have to stay with her. When they sack me, I'll get another job. Wow. I can never get another wife.
Yeah.
So during that time, I now applied for my leave in the office, and thank God it was granted. So I had time to stay with her.
So
let
were
me
there
just,
other... Okay,
excuse me, let me just continue this. You see, God has been faithful really to us. I remembered when I was still in the hospital and they were like, head injury, they need to place me on some sleeping tablets. But the only challenge is that when I start using it, I may not stop it forever. I'll be addicted to it, that I have to be increasing the milligram as time goes on. And my husband said no, that they should not place me. I was struggling to sleep at that particular time, but my husband insists no, that if I start to stop, will always be an issue. My system will get used to it, and to the glory of God, when we came back home, it wasn't easy. Sometimes I sleep 2 hours. If I cough like this, my husband is awake. If I turn like this, he's awake. You know, at this point, let me just say this. I have made several mistakes in my life in decision making. But the only 2 decisions I've made that I'm so grateful to God is number 1, accepting Christ as my personal Savior. I owe it to God. And number 2, saying yes to my husband, marrying my husband is the best gift God has given me, which I'm forever eternally grateful to God. I tell him every day, it's a privilege. So many people see me and say, you are a strong woman. I just laugh. I say, you don't know my husband. I'm not strong. He is my support system. Whatever you see in me is the man behind me, making me strong. If I wake up 2 a.m., 3 a.m., he's awake. Even when his office were threatening him that he's coming to office based on if there is this space for him, and so it was like my life, my wife first. God will help us out, and God has been so faithful to us. It's just like starting, like he said, we have to start all over again. It's not easy. And another thing that helped us with, I remember we lost so many of our friends. You know, when it happened, some of them said we offended God. Somebody even sent us a text message and switch off the phone immediately with a new number that we should confess our sins to God. That's why God is punishing us. My husband is a pastor. We have so many friends. Many people left us, but it was to our advantage. We were able to concentrate on God. You know, we really had time for ourselves. Thank God for people that did not leave our side. And so God brought new set of friends, and even some of the existing ones too were also there for us. But it makes us so much to concentrate on God. We had to start all over again, like he said. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. We said, God, even if you will not, by the day we discovered we were praying, I was like, God, you can still do this, then we owe it all to you. And God has always been there for us. If people had really stayed like that 100%, maybe we would have concentrated more on
people and left God.
And he said, like he said in 1 Corinthians 1 verse 4, he said, after he himself comforts us. He said, we should go out. You know, there was a time I was talking with somebody, I was talking with the person, okay, when I had this, my other son, I said, there's a particular thing I was telling the person, I wanted to buy baby things. I was like, I've used this thing before. The one look at, is this not your first son? What rubbish are you saying? What rubbish are you saying? I kept quiet, you know. Most times, sometimes, until I'm led, when I share, people like, somebody was holding for one day, I said, I lost it. The person just dropped it for it. Yeah, I had like this. I said, come on. It's been a process. And God, you say, whatever pain you are going through, just know that you are not alone. God is with you. When you have God with you, you don't bother yourself on unnecessary things. Even when people desert you, even if your friends all are gone, just concentrate on God. Let God be your music. He never fails. He said all things work together for good. And God has been so faithful.
Let me chip in there just to encourage somebody that will hear this. At your moment of challenge, of trial, people will say all sorts of things. Yes, we had all sorts of things, all sorts of rubbish, all sorts of rubbish. People will say, even people that you have helped, the people that when I'm going to work in the morning 5 a.m. They come and block me. I empty my pocket for. The people that have paid their work and everything, they said all sorts of things. But one thing to learn at that time is we don't have business with them. I always tell my wife sometimes, I say, talk is cheap. God give people mouth to talk, so they can talk. So let them talk. You can't stop them from talking. Let them talk. But the only thing is, you don't have business with them. You have business with God. Concentrate on your God and listen to what God has to tell you. Don't listen to what man is saying. Always look for what God is saying, and that's the only thing that can benefit you, and that's the only way you can make progress. Because if you listen to what people are saying, you will not make progress. When the accident happened, people say a lot of things. Okay, go and adopt. Since you can never give birth again, go and adopt. Somebody who said, if I'm the one, I would have killed myself.
Yeah. That was deep.
Yeah. Someone that is in the middle of...
That you can take any rational decision there.
You can take any rational decision. I would have killed myself. So what is that person insinuating? There are a lot of things you will hear when you are going through at that moment. That's why I always say that don't listen to man. Listen to God. Because if you listen to man, you will take decisions that are not godly. You take decisions that will come back to regret. That's even if you are alive to even regret it.
So I know that even with this phase that you've gone through, a lot of people think that maybe once I go through anything bad, that nothing bad ever happens to me again. I know there's still a lot of challenges. I know there'll still be a lot of hiccups in the health, one or two. So I just wanted to encourage the viewers out there that the reality, even life after that is still challenging, right? And it may get tougher. There'll be other challenges you have to go through. I don't want to leave a word with the viewers there, because the whole essence of this program is to encourage someone that is going through anything, that you are not alone, and that even after this phase of challenge, more are still coming, and you still have to surpass them. So, any word for our viewers today?
Okay, you see, going through one challenge, and God helped you, you overcome it, or you come out of it. Don't think that is the end. Because our own, the accident was phase 1.
We have how many phases?
It was phase 1. We had so many phases. In fact, as we are speaking now, we are deep in another phase, about to go out of it.
Oh, Jesus.
There will be so many challenges that will come away. It will interest you that after the first pregnancy, the next one was ectopic pregnancy. Ectopic, she nearly died. I did not even know that it was an ectopic pregnancy. We went to an hospital, they said nothing is wrong with her. And she was feeling serious pain. In fact, we even went to a lab. The lab did not even, the scan did not discover the ectopic pregnancy.
Wow.
Just give us drop, so we to go. It was when I was just very, very uncomfortable. I said, come, let's go back to our family hospital. On getting there, I said, straight to the theater. That
50-50.
immediately, she was taken to theater, and she was operated on ectopic, and she lost 1 tube.
Wow.
She lost one tube. Those that want to give birth, they said you will not give birth.
And you're losing 1 tube.
You're not losing 1 tube.
Wow.
That one is another wahala. How do I tell her that she has lost 1 tube? How do I tell her?
So how did you break it?
How do I tell her that? I had to tell her.
Even you are going too far. When after the accident, the baby, after giving birth to the baby, after some weeks, it was very close to the accident when I took in. After the accident, my system collapsed. Let me use that word. They said my body really have not adjusted to the accident, then pregnancy came in. After I put to bed, my system nearly shut down. I could not stand. If I want to walk, they had to carry me. I cannot stand up on my own. I gave birth. I don't carry my baby. I only breastfeed my baby once. They will hook my bra, give my baby. I don't even have strength. Cannot, like I said, this hand was completely stiff. I had to learn how to, if I want to stand up, I had to, they will help me to stand up. My system completely collapsed. Even, when you give birth to a child, 1-2 months, since we are Yorubas, you take the child, 3-4 months, I could not go to church. I could not even stand up. I could not even talk well. I was struggling to walk. The Bible says when you pass through waters, there will always be one test or the other. But the beauty of it is that God is with you throughout the journey. Throughout the journey. The Bible says all things work together for good. It's just like a child going to school. When you pass KG1 exam, you go to KG2.
It's tougher.
It's tougher. You go to KG3. It's not that the school is wicked. Why don't they give KG3 people KG1 exam?
No, it can't be.
It can't be. Same thing with God.
I heard you've cheated dead severally.
Uncountable times.
You've cheated dead.
I've cheated dead severally. Uncountable times.
When she came back to the first son, I'm doing the name. They said, "What's the name?" I called him Akachuku. All of them laughed. I asked, "Who are you? Why are you giving him a good name?" And I said, "That is the best name that can describe what is in my heart." And what is Akachuku? For those that don't understand it, what is hand of God? It can only be the hand of God
In your life.
that brought this. It's not hand of man. It will be the hand of God. After that, the CS, the stitch, to lose the stitch, they lose it and they take the face to heal.
It was bringing out
It was now bringing out pus. Now it became another round of trouble. We were going to the hospital every day for more than 3 months. Sometimes I would take her to the hospital, bring her back before going to the work, to my office. Or when I come back in the night, I will take her to the hospital. I will come back like that for over 3 months. It became so challenging. Then, God also was true that after that, we had series of things. It now became ovarian cyst again. After the ovarian cyst again, it now became heart challenge again. So many things that we went through, and after 2 years plus, so God gave us the second son. God knows how we named Chukwebuka.
I remember when I was pregnant for that second child, when I told my husband that I had a dream, that in the dream I saw a baby girl making hair, that maybe thank God that this one will be a girl. You know what my husband said? He said he lost 2 sons. And God told him that he's going to give him back his 2 sons. As you go and pray very well. If I see a girl doing here, maybe God wants to give me twins. But his 2 boys must
be complete.
be complete. I was like, God, I prayed though, but God did not answer my prayer.
I'm happy that you guys could revisit this memory and laugh about it, because a lot of people don't get out of it. Some people just take their lives. Some people mentally are never stable again. Some people are mentally challenged from them.
You see, one of the things that helped, I remember when it happened, and I was like, let me just think about it in a different way. That okay, they are alive, but they are traveled outside the country.
Okay.
You know, maybe so they are still fine. They are fine, but the thing is, face it from the beginning. Accept it. That is the first step to healing.
Wow.
Accept it. You know, somebody said it to me, and I was like, let me give in to it. Let's just assume they are fine. Okay, they are outside the country. Maybe some years later we can see ourselves again, and you know, accept it. Even if I cry from morning till night for years, they are not coming back. They have fulfilled their chapter. We love them so much. We love them dearly. But the point is, they have finished their own chapter. They are not coming back. There was a day my husband shared with me, he had a dream, and he said he saw these two boys, Success and Victor, on the staircase. He said the white, he had not seen that type of white before. And an angel was with them, walking with them. He said the white was sparkling. And what he saw, they were so happy, excited. That day I was like, that was there I had my release. I said, even if God, if you call them back, these children, they don't even, they said they are happy where they are. No amount of crying can bring them back. No amount of crying can bring them back. So you have to accept it. Don't take false testimony as in they are coming back. They are coming back. The ones the Lord
don't live in self-denial.
Yes.
Accept reality.
Yes.
It's a fact. It has happened, and it has happened. That's what I always tell my wife. Face it. It has happened. It has happened. The next thing is God.
What next?
What next? Where are you taking us to again? That one has happened, and nothing. I always tell people, I say nothing can bring it back. It has happened. No cry, nothing can bring them back. So face the reality to help in your healing process. Don't they deceive yourself. They are doing that. No, accept the fact. I say God. Do you know, like, it's when you accept the fact that you can be able to totally submit unto God and release yourself unto God. Okay, God, help me. Help me. I accept it. That's happened. So accept it. I'll face it.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Adeniyis. Thank you for making our time to share your innermost experience. I know it's difficult to share this. I know it's difficult to relive this experience, because talking about it, I saw you got emotional at a point, and you were kind of feeling like it was just playing back in retrospect in your mind. So I really appreciate the privilege of coming. And dear viewers, you've heard it all. Whatever you're going through in life, you need to accept it. Then you look for the next. Then you look up to the next phase. There will always be challenges in life. As you grow older, you face more challenges. They will always come, but above all, have a positive mindset towards them. Thank you, and see you next time.
Let me just add something to it.
Yeah.
Always hold on to God. He said, I will not leave you nor forsake you. I said, I will forever be with you. That's been God. You may be telling the story now and it looks sweet and everything. It's not sweet. It's very, very, very bitter. The road was seriously rough. But with God, all things are possible. With God, you can overcome. Nothing can stop you. So, viewers, hold on to God.
Thank you.
Can make everything to happen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. See you next time on another topic. Bye.